The problems I've been running into my job with the crutches is that how to take confidential paper that needs to go to the recycling bin because of federal laws. Things have to be, confidential paper has to be disposed of in a particular way, and they have a recycle bin which is a few feet away from my desk, so carrying that's a problem. The reason I have to use crutches is because about almost 4.5 years ago there was a tumor in my left iliac crest, and just a cancerous tumor, just malignant tumor, so they had to take out the left iliac crest. Left iliac crest is the wing kind of bone right above the hip joint. So they, when they went to do the surgery, they not only had to take the iliac crest, they had to take the hip joint, the hip wall, and part of the sacrum. So my left leg is attached to my body by ligaments and muscles. There's no bony attachment, so I cannot put any weight on my left leg. So I have to use crutches to walk. And one of the problems that I find is anything that you do normally, carrying a cup of coffee and walking, or carrying some books or folders or walking is something that I cannot do. Bringing folders or books from my car to the desk has become difficult.
And considering somebody in our subject's condition, there were 3 possible options that we eventually ruled out. The first option was simply a wheelchair. First of all, that would be very costly to put a wheelchair in the subject's car, and our subject specifically mentioned that it would be a real hassle to constantly get in and out of it. The second option was an electric cart with a basket in it, similar to the things that many people see at grocery stores. However, that is also costly and also a real hassle to transport. Third, we considered a manual pushcart, which is similar to the option that the subject is doing now, but that's a lot of waste of body energy. So then finally, we integrated all aspects of those previous 3 options to go with the Electromotor pushcart.
When we began designing the cart, we discovered that we needed to find a motor large enough to power the cart, but not so large that the cart was too bulky to be helpful to the subject. We decided to model the cart on the technology of a remote control toy car.
First it seemed they had nothing but trouble, got a little depressed, but then a young engineering student showed them interest. Day after day and week after week, the team worked diligently, and with the help of that engineering student, they realized their dream. Electromotor pushcart, yeah, 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 electromotor pushcart. Make one life a little bit easier. Design and build an electromotor pushcart.
So I'm going to try putting the papers on this and maneuvering it to the recycling place. Okay, I'm getting the hang of that. Okay, for each turn it goes a few degrees. I can really see a lot of uses for this. For other things, like when I'm filing, and when I file, I'll have to carry big things like this to a meeting. Then I have like, a couple of things like that. It will really help. Because most of the time, the bulky big 3-ring binders don't fit in a backpack. And also the collapsible cart is a good idea, so I can collapse it and keep in the meeting. I think really if it's fine-tuned, I can see for a person who uses crutches, I mean, I would find it useful even at home.
After testing our creation with our subject, we decided that if we made it another time, we would use a lighter material and make it less bulky.
We tested our prototype on 4 surfaces: cement, asphalt, carpet, and tile. It operated properly on the carpet and tile, but encountered some problems going over the bumps in the cement and asphalt.
And I can just take it to the meeting room, fold the cart, put the binders and books and the folders in the desk, and go on with my meeting.
Electromotor pushcart, yeah.